What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life TV. I'm Poetry. You are here for, what am I doing? Ready to Love. Recap and review, because I'm not going to do it sitting down at the crib. I want to get it over with. I'm not going to even watch it a second time like I normally do. And I didn't take notes. I absolutely, positively say that this week's show was bullshit. I know they say that all is fair in love and war, but this was absolutely unfair to the ladies, how this went down. So we had that, oh shit, bright sun. I need to turn my air on or something. Clear the window. Is it on that? It's on default. Good God Almighty. So, we had a cliffhanger last week. Why? It was a whole big cliffhanger that Tommy decided to pick 3 people instead of 2 in the bottom, being Zoe, LJ, and Justice. Okay. So when we come back, we pick up right where we left off, where he was telling these 3 men that they were in the bottom and they need to step forward. But Justice can't step forward because Justice left my party. Right? But then says, but good luck for y'all. Ain't nobody going home anyway. I'm going to give y'all an extra week here to get y'all shit together, pretty much. And the reason why I say this is unfair is when their very first elimination, when it was who was it? Dominica and Sharice. Yes, he didn't eliminate them at that point, but they basically had overnight. And they had overnight, and the men were still allowed to choose all over again who was in their bottom. Those 2 happened to be in the bottom again, but it was still up to the men to choose who they felt was in the bottom. This particular time, the men getting the whole damn week. They ain't getting overnight. They getting the whole damn week to try to smooth and cruise with these ladies again. But this time, everybody ain't up for the running. It's only the 3 men who was originally in the bottom now. That's not fair to them. So they only focusing on these 3 people this particular episode. Everybody and their mama already know that LJ should not have been in the bottom. Now I know that they was all going around saying how LJ is just a homie, just a friend, he's just a little island boy. Usually when you think of island boys, they fuck boys, because y'all island boys be out here just trying to fuck. When we get there to the countries, you just want to fuck. Hell, that's the only reason to have these women go to the countries with the girlfriends, is go try to find an island boy to fuck. Let's just be honest. So that's why I was like, are y'all trying to just say that he just want to fuck, or like what, he all about games and fun play? That's basically what I gathered from that conversation. But from what we heard the lady say, he's more just like the friend, you know. They don't see a romantic interest in him. And I could have sworn that Trinica was one of the people. It seemed like Looney was the only one that wasn't feeling that way. Now Trinica is saying, LJ has always been on my top. Where they come from, girl? Really? LJ has always been. They have not edited in at any point that LJ was ever in your top. But okay, she said LJ in her top. Zoe, first of all, let me tell y'all, I made a couple errors last week. I think I mentioned that Samson and what's her face? Sharice. Oh, face. That Zoe and Sharice was going to get into an altercation, and he was going to call her fake. We had seen it in the previews. Y'all, I keep mixing Zoe and Samson up. So maybe when that person sent me the information and they said that Samson was the one with the girlfriend, maybe I was just wrong. Because I told you I wasn't researching nobody, and I didn't really look nothing else into it. Because I know I had said, don't send me shit about what's going on in the lives and shit like that. But anywho, be mixing these motherfuckers up. I don't know, maybe because they the two light-skinned bros, I don't know. But I keep mixing them up. So it was Zoe that had the altercation with Sharice, calling her fake. I agree with Zoe. The words that he said, what he said, I agree with. I believe Sharice is fake as fuck. Somebody is on my ass. But we're gonna get to the altercation. Hopefully I can get through this fast because I'm driving to work. We're gonna get to the altercation. I was also wrong about the Kadian and Shakira conversation when they ran it back again. Even though I watched it back that day, when they ran it back again, it did not seem like a slip of the tongue. She actually was speaking toward Shakira, but she did not say any specifics. She just said that Shakira was going to may take this a little bit different than we do because of what she's experienced. You know, she didn't say what this girl went through. Because like we said, don't nobody fucking know what she went through. But apparently, behind the scenes, Shakira said the men had been running back and telling her like some little bitches. The men had been running back and telling her shit. Katie had been talking about your experience. I don't think that's what happened. I think that Shakira exaggerates it. I really do. I don't think that's what happened. What it sounds like to me is that Katie may have brought it up. Just based off of the conversation that Katie said a little later, which I agree with too. Katie may have brought it up, but I don't think she brought it up to be malicious. I don't think she brought it up to be gossiping about the girl. You know, because they always asking how you doing, how your day, how things going for you in this process. So they talking about those things with people and what they going through, and you know, it sounds like she just said something of the same that she just said to Mike. She's had her experience is gonna be a little different because she's been through some things. Same, just like that. That's what I'm believing she said. And Shakira said that just based off what these men said, Kaden is the one that's going behind her back saying it. The fact that she supposedly have brought it up in your face multiple times, like I said, I don't think she was being malicious. I don't think she was trying to tell your story for you. She was just speaking in general, having a conversation. That's just me. I could be wrong, because I was wrong about how things went down. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong about things. So, I'm having chest pains, y'all. Sorry. It ain't heart. This is gas. I got gas. I drunk some soda. Soda is my alcohol, because I don't drink alcohol. So when I'm having stressful days, I would grab a soda, and I wasn't supposed to be drinking soda. I hadn't had soda in weeks, and I drunk that damn Sprite, and ever since I drunk it, it's bubbled up in my chest. And I meant to take like a spoonful of mustard or baking soda or something to break that shit down, but I didn't. Okay, anywho. So that was okay. The justice thing, I already told you I was wrong about justice being fake. I mean, not fake, cheap. Yeah, he cheap. So, all right. Tommy decides to have a sit down with these three men and let them know what the lady was thinking or feeling or saying about them and what they need to work on. LJ need to get deeper. He can't be too much of a surface dude. He can't just be about having fun. From the conversations that I've been hearing LJ having, he ain't been just having fun. I think for me, the people that LJ have been getting deeper with are the ones he's interested in. But he said he gonna work on that. He gonna get deeper, he gonna dive deep, he gonna be more intentional. He gonna ask some other women for their phone number because he ain't did that, you know. That's what he gonna do. So the women don't feel that he being forthcoming and upright about what he said. So, you know, Zoe said, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to let these ladies know who the hell I am. Justice has not gotten anyone's phone number, so they said. It seems so odd to me. He hasn't got anybody's phone number to have an open communication with them and try to get to know them and show them interest. However, he had this whole conversation with Kadian about a phone call. It was odd to me. Something ain't adding up. Okay, y'all, so singular dates. Tronika, let's say, wanted to go out with somebody. Who the hell did she go out with? I don't even remember. Damn, who Tronika go out with? LJ. And she was just a smiling and she was giddy because, like I said, she said it even on her top. You know, they sat and talked about the fact that he has a daughter, that he loves kids, and she has a blended family, and they can relate their way. And she loved that a man that has love for his kid, daddy's girl, because she's one. So they was happy about that. They laughed and talked, they flirted. Tronika always flirts first, you know. Every time they was like, "Well, how you doing today?" She always like, "I'm better because you're here now. I'm better because I'm with you." She say the same line to every dude. But you know, that's her. She got her way. She's a cutie. So it makes them smile, makes them feel good, strokes their ego at the same time. But from my point of view, this whole conversation, this whole dinner that she's had with LJ, the way they vibe, the way they communicated, is the way I see LJ vibing and communicating with everybody. So I don't know what he did that was supposed to be so different. The fact that she already knew he had a daughter lets me know that LJ has been opening up. You know what I'm saying? He calls her, talks to her, and based off of this episode, LJ calls and talks to everybody. You know, he stays on point. He stays in the conversation with these women. He reaches out to all of them. I don't get it. I don't understand what LJ was doing wrong to be in the bottom in the first place. Justice. Okay, so they had a group date. The group date, Kadian takes out the 3 men who are in the bottom. It has Sharice, Tronika, Kadian. Who was the other person? And Jamala. They all go to this go-kart thing, right? And everybody shit talking smack, starting with Zoe. Zoe was loud and boisterous. He was himself. He wasn't sitting back being reserved and just watching like he had been normally doing. He just been out and about, right? You know, I'm gonna let y'all start early so I could give y'all a head start when I whip y'all ass, type of shit like that. Talking shit as we would normally do when we do any type of game or competition against one another. Now out there on the course, Zoe was extra as a motherfucker, baby. Zoe was extra as a motherfucker. Now Jamila, she says that she loves sports. She like a motorsports person, and she was out there trying to handle her motherfucking business. She was gonna get it. Her and Zoe was like going head to head, knocking each other's in the wall, spinning it, all kind of shit like that, like you normally would do in bumper cars. Now I know in go-karts, people could tend to do that, you know, but the way that they was doing it, it was like they was playing bumper cars instead of go-karts. At one point, Zoe knocked Tronika so hard to the wall that she said she hurt her wrist again for 2 to 3 minutes. You know, she still got that splint on her arm. And, you know, she felt that Zoe was being too aggressive on the course. He was. Jamila was too. But that Zoe was the only one that was the problem, because he was the one that was the most loud. You know, Jamila was talking shit, but she wasn't as loud as Zoe was. Okay. Even at the end, when he crossed the finish line, they, you know, still shit talking. He was still shit talking after it was over, as we normally would do. Talk about how bad you was, this, that, and the third. Talk about your mama. We do all that type of shit. But like he going head to head with the women, and of course, women don't like for men to tell them shit about themselves. They don't like being ragged on, especially loudly. Because now he boasting. So Sharice tell the other women, we gonna roast him. We gonna barbecue him. I think that's the same as roast. Y'all let me know. Maybe that's a Miami term. We gonna barbecue him. So it's the same as we gonna roast him. And she was telling somebody else to roast him. I think telling Tranika to do it. Because he was talking mad shit to Tranika about the doggone course. Now the men, Justice and LJ was like, "Nah, just calm down. Y'all going too far. Y'all going too far. Y'all too lying." And he like, "So I'm just being myself, you know, just having fun." Zoe heard when Sharice said, "We gonna barbecue him," so he already, you know, feeling some kind of way about her. Okay, so Kadian takes off Justice to go have a conversation with him. And she pulls Tranika with her because she said Tranika could be a good median, you know, a good moderator for the whole conversation. She already knew that some shit was going to pop off with Justice. But Tranika liked Justice. So, you know, I guess she could be like when the widow calms down the whole type situation. Maybe that's it. The whole argument was about a fucking phone call. Who said what? Who said this? I tried to call you, and I called you back. You called me back 2 days later. It was so childish. The whole confrontation was so childish. Basically, Kadian was saying that Justice is difficult to deal with. Well, people may see Kadian as difficult to deal with too. Kadian likes to make a point as well. But, however, I do think that Justice is very difficult to deal with. Tranika said that a lot of the ladies feel that he's shallow. Somebody's on my ass again. Tranika said that a lot of ladies feel that he's shallow. And Kadian said, no, I don't think that he's shallow. I just think that he's difficult to deal with. And it was like a tug of war in this conversation about who said what, who said, no, she pulling up the damn DMs and the text messages and whatever they had, the conversation had to prove that he said what he said, and he's still denying it. And if he did say it, he only said it because she did this or didn't do that. It was childish as fuck. Y'all don't like each other. What is this argument about? You think he difficult to deal with? He don't really like you for real, so he don't want to deal with you. That's basically what it all sum up to, Kadian. What are we arguing about? Why are we even having both of these conversations that was had today at this go-kart thing? Why were we arguing about it? It made no fucking sense. Y'all don't like each other. Y'all don't have any interest in each other. Move the fuck on. Why are y'all trying to force people to like y'all? Why are y'all trying to force people to have a conversation with you? Be gone with it. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't getting no god doggone word. Kadian excused herself. But she excused herself because in the other room, well, she wanted to get out of there anyway, but the main reason she excused herself because in the other room, it started getting heated. Another thing, Zoe and Sharice, they decided to go play pool. Of course, again, he's shit talking about the pool table. Sharice is trying to find out why he hasn't pursued her. He flat out said, you didn't seem to show any interest in me, so I didn't want to pursue you. I don't want to go after somebody who's not interested in me. And she said, I'm not finna chase you. He didn't ask to be chased. He said, you don't seem interested in me, so I decided not to pursue you. Why would he be chasing you? Why? That's not asking you to chase him. He made it clear why he was not reaching out to you. And the whole argument became about why you just won't tell me whether you're interested in me or not. He just said it. Plain and simple. In the nice terms. But as the conversation grew on and on again, he said, okay, fine, because I feel that you're one of the fakest people here. You fake. You clearly don't like me. You have no interest in me, but you want me to pursue you. What sense does that make? Yes, we're sitting here, we're playing pool, we're talking about pool, we're being cordial, but why should I be sitting here trying to act like I'm trying to get to know you when it's clearly you don't have an interest in me? Which makes me not have an interest in you. You know, so they start going back and forth, they start getting loud. She's getting loud with him. He's getting loud with him. I don't know which one got loud first. But then she started complaining about the fact that he was yelling to her and getting loud. He's like, I'm not yelling. I'm just talking. You were raising your voice. You were, sir. Your tonality had changed. The volume had increased. But so did hers. And all of a sudden, her Sharice go again with the crying. I feel so much. I'm a victim. He hurt my feelings. I can't believe you talking to a woman like this, and that, and another. You fake as fuck. He got the right to say it. I don't know what it is with these women today. Men can't say how the fuck they feel about you. He can't talk to me like that. So fucking bitch, if you fake, you fake, and he can say it. That's how I feel about it. She was like, he called me all out of my name. I was listening for him to call her a fake bitch, but I don't know, maybe they beeped it out, because I know they did beep out a couple things. But I thought he said, you fake as fuck. You the fakest one here. And he said, everything about you is fake. From your hair to your lips, boobs, everything about you fake. I don't like fake ass women, you fake. To me. I agree. He did get extra in this conversation. They did take it overboard because, again, he was trying to make his point. He wanted to shut her the fuck up. When he told her to get the fuck on and get out, goodbye, see you later, bye, he was being really extra with that, real dismissive with that. I agree with that. But she steady talking shit too. And at the end, when Katie said to her, well, when he heard you say that you was gonna barbecue him or you wanted to barbecue him, so he was, reacting to that. Don't instigate some shit with somebody and then play victim when they hurt your fucking feelings. I agree with Katie 100%. I think that's, in my point of view, exactly what happened. I just don't understand when we as women want to get loud and get bowdy with somebody and want to prove our fucking point, but when they do the same thing back to us and make your feelings hurt, make you want to shed a tear, now you the fucking victim in the situation. I can't believe he did that to me. Well, if you'd shut the fuck up to him, then he wouldn't have. The conversation wouldn't even got that point if you weren't continuously trying to press him about him not pressing on you, not pursuing you. And he flat out told you in the first statement, you don't seem interested in me, so I'm not pursuing you. Point blank. In the discussion. Why are you trying to force this man to like you? Why are you trying to force this man to have a conversation with you? Play y'all fucking game of pool and go on. So Katie came in and interject. Katie pulled Zoe off to the side. LJ, they made LJ take Sharice off to the side. LJ is the loving, comforting person, trying to be understanding without being judgmental, woo-woo-woo on her feelings, stroking her motherfucking ego. That's basically what LJ did. I like the way LJ flowed. I do. He wasn't necessarily saying that Zoe was wrong. He was just like, it just shouldn't have got to this point. Things like that. If you feel like he hurt you like that, maybe that y'all should have a conversation about it, something like that. That's how LJ was going. Like I say, Katie pulled Zoe to the side, and Zoe told him point blank, I ain't finna be fake with that. I'm not finna be fake with her ass. I'm not gonna be trying to kiss her ass to try to get her to like me. I'm not interested in her. She ain't interested in me. I think she fake. What the fuck are we talking about? They walked it out, left it alone, okay? But Sharice is like, he need to go and he need to go right now. They need to put him out right now. Yeah, let's fucking barbecue him. Whatever. Okay. So they had another group date. Samson and Looney and Mike and Brandy. Mike and Brandy, they done slept together. You can't make me believe that shit. You can't make me believe that they didn't. But they have a little blossoming relationship unfolding, and everybody can see that they on the outside of the circle. It's almost pointless to try to holler at either one of them two for real. Looney and Samson was feeling kind of uncomfortable. I'm not sure why they felt as uncomfortable as they did, unless he was trying to get to know Brandy as well, and she was trying to get to know Mike as well. But Looney was like, this is a group situation. And I keep saying, why the fuck y'all keep having group dates with the people that y'all interested in and invite other motherfuckers? Stop doing that shit. It's stupid. That's just stupid as hell. If that's what the point is. If you was interested in, well, Samson, if you was interested in getting to know Brandy, why invite Mike along? That didn't make sense. If you want to just get to know both of these ladies, just invite both of these ladies out. Let it be known I'm interested in you two ladies. And I wanted to have a group date so I can get to know y'all both at the same damn time. Anyway, Samson and Looney went off. I noticed that Looney, even though, like I said, Looney is kind of extra at times, she was toned down a lot when it came to Samson. It was almost like she was trying to match his maturity level at the same time, keep hers. But when she with LJ, because they are more similar in age, they have a more youthful vibe about them, they could be more youthful and fun with one another. I think back at the go-karts too, Jamila, I forgot, Jay, her and LJ clicked and vibed, and now she look at him differently too, you know. Apparently now he calls her too, interested in having conversation with her and talking to her every day too. It's LJ probably got like right by his phone. All right, I'm calling this person, let me call her next, hang up, call her next, hang up, call her next, hang up, call her next. That's what it sounds like LJ doing to me at this particular point. So I think that's pretty much it with them two, right? So they have Shakira wants to sit down and have a one-on-one with Tommy about Kadian. She's mad, upset, she's hurt, betrayed that Kadian shared her story with other people. She didn't necessarily say Kadian at first, but then Tommy asked her who it was, and she said it was Kadian. She's done it in my face, done it multiple times. And so I believe them in when they say she's talking about me behind my back, sharing my story. I just don't get it, girl. If you that fucking fragile. If it's anything like what she showed to us when she was having a conversation with Mike, she's basically implying that Kadian is just messy, because she was like, Kadian was over there already like recapping another messy situation. I didn't want to be involved in it, and then she threw me in it. Even though I thought that she misspoke the first time, when I heard it back the second time, I took that as she really just trying to get the other people at the table to understand why it's important for her not to participate in this conversation. She views things differently, so let her go. You know what I'm saying? Because when they were done, Mike was still like, "You still gonna leave?" Yeah, she's still gonna leave. You know, and that's what Katie was trying to get them to understand. So what the fuck? She went and had this conversation. It was almost if somebody assaulted her. The way that she carried it, she talks about people with PTSD and depression and anxiety. This is what we got to go through every day. No, we fucking don't. That's what you got to go through. Don't lump us all in like that. We all don't got to go through that every day like that. We all don't walk around with our emotions on our sleeves. Some of us, we just have triggers that will trigger us to set us the fuck off. That just reminded me of Sharice said was about Zoe. That if she back in the old days, she would have stuck that food stick up his ass. No, she wouldn't. Lies. Everything fucking make you cry. So you scared of every fucking thing. Like I said, I'm just so scared. That scared me. That really scared me. Girl, shut the fuck up. But anywho, Shakira, I think you put 20 on 20 with this whole situation. She wanted everybody to know her story, but she wanted to be the one to tell it. So that way she can get the sympathy from these people when she tells this story. Because by Kadian bringing up that she had a traumatic experience, not saying what her experience was, because again, I'm going to say it 1,000 times, we don't know. But just bringing up to the person that she had a traumatic experience, it's taking away the shock factor for the men. So when they come to you and talk to you, they already are aware that they have, that you have experienced some shit. So when you tell them your story, it's not as shocking. It's taking away the ability for you to cry on their shoulder in the moment in your mind. I still don't think Kadian did nothing wrong. Still don't think Katie did nothing wrong in regards to her. If Katie wants to tell everybody that she had a son, would that be violating her story too? I didn't want them to know I had kids until I told them I had kids. So she broke down crying again. Tommy, like, I got you. I'm gonna have a conversation with you. You can have a day off. Tommy act like he's signing their paychecks. We'll pack a signing their paychecks. We'll give you the day off. She ain't gotta come. So they had the ladies' lounge, and he just basically told the ladies, whatever shirt in here, stay in here. And Katie was like, this ain't no fucking counseling session. You know, that ain't she said that way, but that's what she meant, and I agree with her. Point blank, period. In the end, Justice and Zoe was still in the bottom two. LJ was saved. And the ladies had to go tell them what was going on. Trinika sat down with Justice, basically told him he needed to still be more intentional. He said he still want to date the way he want to date. At the same time, you know, be as intentional as possible. He still don't want to pay no money for these dates. The show paid for him half the time anyway, right? Okay, anyhow. Zoe was supposed to meet up with Brandy, and he stood her ass up. He didn't show. He said, fuck it. Fuck this show and everything. So, I'm at work, and that's the end of this recap, y'all. I'll talk to y'all another day. Peace.